Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In my previous videos, we saw what is agentic automation, what are the core technologies we use in agentic automation, why does it matter, and key features of agentic automation with some real world applications. Also, we had a quick glimpse of UiPath Agent Builder, how UiPath is planning to do agentic automation. And in this video, we will see what are UiPath agents, what are its components, and also we will build one simple agent with UiPath Agent Builder. So, what is agentic automation? So, agentic automation is nothing but it will combine AI with automation. What does that mean? So, in traditional approach, let's say RPA, so robotic process automation. So, mainly robots are rule based, and then we have to know exactly what is the input and what is the output of that particular robot. And then anything apart from what we define within the robot. Let's say we have to extract information from Amazon. So we have to give click level steps like which URL it has to go, what needs to be typed in that search bar, and then which fields has to be extracted. And if some of the click element or some of the UI element in Amazon, if it's changed, then in the next run, the robot will fail. So we need to know what is the input, what is the output, and then decisions will also should also be manually given to the robot. So we have to use if conditions, and then we have to write all the decisions within the bot. Anything apart from that, the robot will fail. So it cannot take its own decision. So that's what traditional robots are right now. And then these are best for routine tasks. So some of the regular tasks that user do every day, so which are very rule based and then logical. So for those purposes, RPA does a good job. I mean, robots will do a good job. Now, now let's say we don't know the output, and then sometimes we don't know the input as well. So user might randomly give some text, or user might have a random question, but then still the automation should work and then give the output, right? So in this case, agents comes into the picture. So agents are not rule based; these are mainly goal based. So you give certain goal to the agent, whatever the input is, the agents will take it accordingly, and then it will continue, and these will act independently. And these can take agents can take dynamic decisions. So in case of select a change, it can automatically heal by itself, and then it will continue, it will not break in between. And UiPath agents are mainly used for ad hoc tasks, so where the tasks are not routine and task steps are pretty dynamic. So in that cases, we use ad hoc, I mean UiPath agents. So this ad hoc is nothing but, so where the steps are dynamic and then we don't know what is going to happen next. So in that cases, the we cannot define a logic, right? So those tasks are called ad hoc, and then in that cases we can use agents, and then agents can it can take adaptability. I mean, it can take dynamic changes. So wherever we need this adaptability, we can use agents. With this context, let's understand some key definitions. First one, agentic automation. So agentic automation is nothing but it's a combination of AI automation, and then with UiPath we have this additional capability of orchestration. So what is this orchestration mean? So in regular cases, in regular if you see other vendors who are doing the agentic automation, so what they'll do is they'll give you platform to build an agent. They'll give tools. They'll give KB capability. I mean knowledge based context grounding capabilities. So with this, you have to build an agentic automation. I mean, you have to build the agents. Additionally, UiPath brings orchestration with all of this. Only if it is necessary. Even with the agents, if a particular case where it cannot find any solution, we can involve human into the loop. So we have a tool called Action Center for that. So if robot or if agent gets stuck in particular situation where it cannot find any where it cannot find the next step, so at that time it will create an action item to the user. So that part is additionally been added to agentic automation by UiPath. Okay. Now we understood what is orchestration. what is agentic automation. Now let's see what are the components of an agent, specifically UiPath agent. So UiPath agent contains a natural language prompt, context, tools, and escalations. Firstly, natural language prompt. Prompt is nothing but instructions for the agent. So what needs to be done? What is the goal of an agent? So that we have to give as a natural language prompt. The next, context. Context are nothing but knowledge bases that agent can use to find info of the goal that is being defined. Next, tools. So during this course of action, what all tools that has to be invoked? It can be UiPath tool, or it can be one more agent as well. So it will support one more agent as well. It can take one more agent. So these are called, see, the additional tools that we invoke in this agent are called as, I mean, these are called as tools. And then, as I mentioned, orchestration, right? In case robot was not able to find the next step with all these, then what will be the next step? It should not break in between, right? So at that point, it will raise an action item to the user. It will raise an action item to user to involve human in the loop, and then human can accordingly decide and continue with the next step. With all these, our main concern will be security, right? So what about security? So UiPath brings a trust layer. So all your data will be secured. It will not be used for further training of any LLM. So with this trust layer, we can ensure the security. So now we saw, so these are the elements that we see in UiPath Agent Builder, right? So now let's build a simple agent which will give the latest news to us. Let's go to UiPath Agent Builder, go to UiPath Orchestrator, then we'll see Agent Builder. So as of now, Agent Builder is in private preview, so you may not see it. It will be available in next few months, right? So this is how it looks. We saw it in the first glimpse that I made. So we can make use of the popular agent templates. Like if you have a large language detection use case, then you can directly make use of language detection agent. So likewise, there are few templates that are readily available. You can make use of them. So before creating an agent, let's see how and what we're going to create within the agent. What is the input for the agent? What tool we're going to use? So all of those things. So we name it flash feed agent. So what does it do? It will take the topic from the user, and then it will use a GenAI web search, and then it will give us the latest news about that topic. A simple agent, right? Go back to agent builder. Let's create a new agent. So once you click on new agent, so these are so we see these options. So first option is to select the model. So by default it is GPT-4 for now. Then let's name it flash feed agent. Does it do news delivered at lightning speed? So here we have, as we discussed, so the components of AI we discussed, right? So we'll have natural language prompt. We have tools, context, and escalations. So under natural language prompt, so here we give what should be the system prompt and what will be the user prompt. System prompt is like what exactly the goal is. So this agent is dedicated to news, right? So you have to give the system prompt that you are a news agent. You will be getting information about the topic that user gives. So like that, you have to give the system prompt. So you are news pulse, an AI agent that provides up to date and reliable news. Fetch the latest information, trusted sources, Summarize key insights and ensure actual accuracy. It should not give the false information. Keep responses clear, neutral, and engaging. And we also need the resources. So, site sources unavailable. This will be my system prompt. So you can use your prompt engineering capacity, or you can use your prompt engineering capabilities, and then you can define a good system prompt. So it's a simple agent, so I'm just giving 3 lines. And then what might be the user input? User might enter like give me the latest news updates on, and then this topic will be an input argument. So enter topic. So I've placed this in value basis, just like so when user enters a topic, so this enter topic will be replaced with the user argument, and then we'll get the news according to the user input, right? So summarize key points, provide sources. So user can type this, but user prompt is like we don't need user to type entire prompt. So we just take prompt and then we embed that prompt within this prompt, and then it will be much easier for user to interact. So now we have to give this argument, right? So click on arguments. So here we give the arguments. For example, for now, for me, it is only enter topic, right? So enter underscore topic. Pick. If it is definitely required, then you can mark it like is required, and then you can change the type as well. So for now, that's my input, and then output will be an output variable. So I'm keeping it as it is. You can't confirm. So now I gave the input prompt as well, I mean input argument also to the user prompt. So now what needs to be done? So in general, it can hit the GPT-4 for the latest news, but we may not get the latest news that is available today. So for that, we can do a web search, right? So here we can add those tools. So for example, in my case, I have to do web search. In your case, if you want to interact with SAP or if you want to add one more agent, you can add those tools. So tools, as I said before, tools are nothing but whatever you need to invoke within this agent. So those has to be mentioned here. Those has to be added here. So I want to do web search. So UiPath is having GenAI activities. So I'm using that. And then we have web search to initiate a web search. Clicking on that. So this will directly inferred by agent, right? If as you see here, so the agent will use this, like agent will use web search engine searching capability to do the search. So I'll just modify, just add one more sentence here. Put it to search the web for latest news on, and then whatever the user typed, so it will be taken. So that's about tool. Mm. Context is nothing but knowledge base articles. So for me, I don't need any for now. So in your case, if you're creating an agent for your organization privately, and the agent has to interact with your organization related documents. For example, each organization might have different HR policies, right? So in that case, you can include your HR policy documents here, or you can include that DB here in context. And escalation, as I said, unlike any other agent builder, UiPath specifically brings escalations where if agent needs additional information or agent doesn't know what to do next, that time we can add an escalation, and then we can give the description. We can assign to the name. It's nothing but an action center action item. So we can additionally do that. So for now, I don't need this. Let's remove. It'll go. Okay. So as I gave the input parameter, right? Input argument, right? That's how the output looks like. So this playground is nothing but dynamic output pane or dynamic, I mean, runtime Playground is nothing but a runtime environment of this agent. So if I enter, maybe I need news on latest Indian budget 2025. Click on run. You can see this is the tool that I used here, web search. So the query will be like latest news updates on Indian budget 2025, and so this is the latest information that we have. That agent got us, and then end of execution. So that's it. So this is how we built a simple agent. It just hardly took 5 minutes, I think. Then additionally, we have some more tabs. So in our case, this is a simple agent. In complex agents, like where it has to, where we might have to involve scenario of multi-agent. So it will be like agent within an agent. So we add one more agent here that will do SAP part. One more agent here that will do some other sending a Teams message or something. So in that cases, we need to test that also, right, properly. So for that, UiPath gets sets the evaluation sets. You can create your own evaluation set, and then every time when you run, evaluations will also be running in background, and then you will see the results. Trace is nothing but the runtime logs. So today at 3:23 p.m. I ran, and you can see the trace. So LLM call happened, web search happened, then LLM call happened. This better runtime logs you can see under traces. So once you're done, so these are we build an agent. Once you're done, then go back. So how do we deploy an agent, right? So we have this now, right? So you can either publish and it will give you the nugget package, or else you can go to studio again. So you created an agent in agent builder, right? So now let's go to UiPath Studio Web. So these agents can be called in Studio Web. Let's take a new project, automation. So now I'm going to add this agent that I've created. You can search for an agent and then you will find an activity for that. And you can choose your agent, flash feed agent. Then it will take input argument, right? So this is the input argument. You can dynamically pass by asking user. So I'm just directly hard coding it here. Indian match. Then let's quickly print that output. This will contain the output of run agent. Let's quickly run. Oh, that's it. So we gave about budget, right? So here we can see the latest news about the budget. To see it clearly, let's take a notepad. So this was so this is the update that we received from the, this is the output that we received from the UiPath agent. You can see the sources as well. So that's it. So we just created a complete agentic workflow in just like 5 minutes. So what did we do? Quick recap. So we created an agent in Agent Builder. So we gave the name, description, and then we gave the prompts, and then we quickly tested it in the playground, and then that's it. The agent part is done. So we have to deploy the agent that we created, right? So one way is to provide a chat interface to the user where user will type something and then agent will reply to that, or workflow will be carried out by agent. So another way is to involve or invoke this agent in one of your existing workflow that will help within your workflow. That's what we did. We used Studio Web, and then we added the agent. We selected the agent, and then by using run agent activity, we ran our agent, and we got the output. So this is like invoking the agent within your workflow. That's all for today. In our upcoming videos, we'll create more such agents. Until that, happy automation.